Excuse me, Luther. Could you tell me what the Reformation is as well as what Europe was like during this time?
The Reformation was a religious movement that started in 1517, which divided the Western Church into Catholic and Protestant. During this time, most people in Europe were poor. New ideas were spreading quickly by the help of the printing press. Within these ideas that were spread, we could see that most people were questioning the Church and the Pope's failure to meet the Church's needs.
So, Luther, why exactly were you important to the Reformation?
I spent countless hours writing the 95 Theses, which were arguments against the Catholic Church superiors due to their ideas that doing deeds led to salvation. I challenged this by writing about how salvation is gained by seeking repentance and having faith, not by the work of doing deeds. After all my hard work trying to convince the Empire, it all ended with me being criticized.
What did the Empire do to you?
Well, the Pope excommunicated me. To be excommunicated means that I could never get to heaven, according to the Catholic Church. Also, the Emperor wanted me to give up my reviews and had me declared as an outlaw. I had to stay in hiding because I was wanted dead.
What did you believe in?
I believed that the Pope had no authority and was misguiding the people of the Church. I also believed that the Christians could only be saved by faith. The Pope is the main reason for me finding the need to write the 95 Theses.
Why did you protest against the Catholic Church in the first place?
The Pope told people that they must pay to be saved and complete certain tasks, making them believe only the rich could gain salvation. It was silly for them to try to convince people that they need to pay their way to get to heaven. The greed of the Church was blinding them from what religion truly should be and how salvation actually occurs.
How did your ideas spread throughout the Empire?
The printing press, a moderately new invention, helped the spread of all kinds of ideas, including mine and the ideas of others.
What were some of the things you taught?
I taught that salvation was by faith alone. Only God could erase or atone for sins, and that the Bible is the only source of truth, as opposed to the Church's ideas of having to pay attention.
So, Calvin, what were some of your beliefs? I believed everything Luther did, but I also believed predestination.
Could you explain the concept of predestination?
Predestination is the idea that God has already picked out who will be going to heaven and who will not.
What were traits that you stressed during the Reformation?
I stressed hard work, discipline, honesty, and morality.
Did you hate anything?
I most certainly did. Don't enjoy when people fight, swear, and dance.
I'm afraid you wouldn't enjoy living in today's time then. All of those happen pretty often. Where were all these events taking place?
It all occurred within the Holy Roman Empire.
What were the problems you had with the Catholic Church?
They refused to allow me to get an annulment for my wife, who could not bear a child to me. It was of great importance to me to have an heir to take hold of the throne after my passing. I believed, as the Church of England, that I should not have to go by the Church's laws. I was above the law.
What's the difference between the Church you created and the Catholic Church?
I called this church the Anglican Church. We split away from the Catholic Church. The church I created had the same beliefs as the Catholic, but we had no pope to dictate everything.
Yay! I heard the Pope was pretty strict about rules and laws that they had put into effect. What other things were occurring with the Catholic Church at the time?
They were trying to change their rules to counteract the newly formed Protestant Church.
Do you think it actually worked?
Not really sure if it worked. I haven't exactly visited yet since you brought me into the future for this interview. You guys need advanced technology.
Speaking of science, what can you say about the new scientific method?
It was discouraged by the Catholic Church. It made it so the physical world could be known and managed by the people and not by the Church.
Could you tell me exactly what happened with the Church of England?
The Church split. We began printing the Bible in English, making it easier for all to read, and I became the head of it, rather than having a pope.